Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to another edition of our English lessons, taken from Readers and Writers Notebook 5 for grade 5 students. Last week, we had an interesting story, which was Journey to the Center of the Earth. This week, we're going to start a new story called Ghost Towns of the American West. And this story has a lesson on reading, which is titled Generalize. Generalize. To help you understand this topic better, to generalize, I will want you to watch this video for a few minutes. Then, while the video is on, while you watch the video, I will be stopping the video, pausing the video, and asking you questions. Let's start. So the first thing you need to know is that you may not know generalizations are things that we make. We make generalizations, okay? Generalization is something that we make. And let's see some examples of the generalizations that we make. As you can see here, we have most puppies are cute. All kids go to school. Almost all stories have a main character. No one likes Brussels sprouts. Everyone loves superheroes. These are generalizations, statements that people normally make or they can make. So now, what is a generalization? A generalization can have three different meanings. It can be a broad statement. It can apply to a group of people or things. It can be based on fact and experience. So generalization can be based on all of this. Another important thing about generalization is the use of clue words. Clue words. Now, when you begin to find words like always, most, sometimes, rarely, never, all, many, some, no one, or generally, then you are beginning to generalize. Let's go on. Very important. Very important. Now we are told that a generalization can be valid or invalid. A generalization can be valid or invalid. Now, what do we mean by a generalization can be valid? It means that it can be good or it can be invalid, which means it is bad. So those generalizations that are said to be valid are those that you have facts to support them, or they make logical sense. And you have several examples, okay? So the invalid generalizations or broad statements or whatever you do at the end of your reading a story or something are those that don't have facts to support them. So you must have fact to support them. If you have fact to support them, it's a valid generalization. If you don't have any fact to support them, it's just what people think or what you think, it is said to be invalid. Okay, so you remember these generalizations we saw earlier in the video. Most puppies are cute. Almost all stories have a main character. No one likes Brussels sprouts. All kids go to school. Everyone loves superheroes. Let's see among these ones, these 5, which ones are valid and the ones that are invalid. Good. So now, those that are in green, they are the valid ones. Those that are in red are the invalid ones. So the ones in green are the valid ones. We say they are valid ones because we have evidence. We have supporting details, right? The ones that are in red don't have support. They don't have supporting details. So they are invalid. For example, we can say most puppies are cute. That is valid. It is acceptable, okay? Generally. Almost all stories have a main character. All stories that we read, they have main characters. That also is a true statement, okay? It is valid. But to say all kids go to school, is it true that all kids go to school? No. So it is invalid. Is it true that no one likes Brussels sprouts? No, it's not true. Is it true that everyone likes superheroes? No, it's not true. So we say they are invalid. So in the story that we've just seen, okay, the generalization that was made in this story is that all of the power of his powers made him into a superhero or what he is today. So all of his powers made him into a superhero he is today. Is that a valid generalization? Is it acceptable? Do we have facts to support in details? Yes, because each one of the powers he gained, he didn't have before. And each power helped him to be a super, to turn him super, help give him super characteristics. So it's a valid generalization. Now, if I read the story and then made the following generalization that Steve Rogers was always strong, will that be valid? The answer is no. Why? No, because there's an example to prove it wrong. When Steve Rogers was younger, he was scrawny and weak. This would be an invalid generalization. Okay, so I want to stop the video there. You've got an idea of what generalization is all about. I want us to go to Readers and Writers Notebook. I will share the page with you. I will share the page with you in Readers and Writers Notebook. And we will discuss about generalization and use another story. Of course, we know what to generalize means, to make a broad statement, okay? And we know to remember the clue words, all, many, such, most, etc. And we say there are two types, valid generalization and invalid one, or faulty one. The ones that are supported by text, they are the valid ones. The ones that are not supported by text are said to be what? Invalid. So in this story about President Jefferson, okay, I would not want to take time to read the story about President Thomas Jefferson, who led an effort to make Louisiana Purchase in 1803. And then we are told that the United States bought 828,000 square miles stretch of land west of Mississippi. And we are told that the Louisiana Purchase is widely considered to be the greatest land bargain in American history, and all of this stuff. Now, with what we have in this story, we want to have a generalization. What generalization can we make from this story we have read about President Thomas Jefferson? Think about it. And then, what are the supporting details? Because if it should be a valid generalization, we must have support from the text. We need two supporting details from the text. Already we have the third one. The third one says the Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the United States. I will share with you quickly the answers so that you will see the answers for the story. The generalization is that the Louisiana Purchase was the greatest land bargain in American history. Why? Because we have supporting details. The first supporting details, the land only cost 3 cents per acre. It is in the story here, okay? And secondly, the US bought the United States bought 828,000 square miles stretch of land west of the Mississippi River, right? This is the second supporting detail. Of course, we have the third one. Now, in question 1, what word suggests that the statement is a generalization? The word greatest. The word greatest. And would you say this generalization is valid or faulty? We say it is valid. Why? Because the statistics and facts support generalization. Okay, I hope we enjoyed this story. I think the video helped us, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you in another lesson. Thank you for joining me.